Throughout history, humanity has spread across the globe. But if you look closely, you'll notice something strange. While some regions are crowded and full of life, others remain nearly empty. Why do people choose one place and avoid another? Geography, climate, history, and economics all play a role. Welcome to this channel, where we explore the hidden stories of why populations gather in some parts of the world and why almost nobody lives in others.
Have you ever looked at a map and seen this landlocked country called Paraguay and ever wondered, how does it even survive in between two much larger South American nations, Brazil and Argentina, with no coastline and surrounded by much bigger neighbors? You might think Paraguay would have been taken long ago, but Paraguay still stands strong. This is the story of how Paraguay survives between Brazil and Argentina. And the answer is actually more fascinating than you might think. First off, Paraguay might seem small, but it's not. It's about the size of California and home to around 7 million people. Paraguay sits in the heart of South America, right along the Paraguay and Paraná rivers that gives it access to key waterways. In the 1500s, Spain colonized the region, and Paraguay became a remote outpost for the Spanish Empire. Asunción was isolated deep inland, surrounded by rivers and thick forests. By 1811, Paraguay declared independence, making it one of the first regions in South America. Unlike many independence movements led by Europeans, Paraguay was more internal. Its first leader, José Gaspar Rodríguez de Francia, ruled as a dictator, but kept Paraguay free from domination by Brazil or Argentina. But independence wasn't easy. In the mid-1800s, Paraguay came under the leadership of Francisco Solano López, who dreamed of turning Paraguay into a major power. He built a strong army and modernized the country. But his ambitions triggered the most devastating war in Paraguayan history, the War of the Triple Alliance, fought from 1864 to 1870. Paraguay went to war against Argentina, Brazil, and Uruguay all at once. At first, Paraguay survived, but as the war dragged on, the country was overwhelmed. The result was catastrophic. Paraguay lost around half its population. Some estimates say up to 70% of its adult male population, and a big part of its territory. The war nearly erased Paraguay from the map, but yet Paraguay still survived. In the 20th century, it faced another major conflict, the Choco War with Bolivia, from 1932 to 1935. This time, the fight was over the vast dry Gran Choco region, rumored to contain oil. Bolivia was strong, but Paraguay had two advantages: its knowledge of the terrain and a well-organized military strategy. Paraguayan forces used it to their advantage. Against the odds, Paraguay won. Today, Paraguay survives through neutrality. Its rivers, the Paraguay and Paraná, are its lifelines, connecting it to the Atlantic Ocean and giving it access to global trade despite being landlocked. It also shares massive hydroelectric dams with its neighbors, Itaipu, with Brazil, one of the largest dams in the world, and Yacyretá, with Argentina. These projects not only power Paraguay with abundant electricity, but also tie its economic survival directly to cooperation with its bigger neighbors. So, how does Paraguay survive between Brazil and Argentina? Because of its geography, its resilience after devastating wars, and its ability to reinvent itself as a regional connector rather than a regional power, today, Paraguay's story proves that even a landlocked country with one of history's worst odds can survive in one of the toughest regions in the world.